So today it's the beginning of the year here in Connecticut. The weather's been on again, off again, but people are playing. Most courses are open, some are not. But if you're living in a cold climate during the winter and you're waiting for golf to start, you're saying to yourself, okay, how do I get my swing back from sitting down for 3 months? What do I think about when I first start swinging the club? That's what we're going to do today. Is how do I get my swing back to where it was at the end of the year, last year, 2023? How do I get it back right away? What do I do? Well, I'm going to tell you what swing keys I use to get me back on track for the new year. So come on back. So the first thing we got to worry about when we're starting a new season is, are we still aligning ourselves with the target? So I have two alignment sticks here. Blue one here. This is going to be uh, the target line. And this is going to be, well, they're both going to be on a target line, but this is going to be line of flight. And this is going to be our body. Is it parallel to the line of flight? Because that's basically how you aim. Your club head goes on one line and your body goes parallel to that. And I know when I get off kilter, I usually aim too far left, because when I'm open and I'm facing the target, it seems like I'm looking right at the target and it seems like that's where I'm going to hit it. But when I stand back and say, wait a minute, I'm 30, 40 yards left of the target. So when you put your body square to the target, right, parallel to the target, here we are, I'm right at my target line. My target line feels like it's over here somewhere. I feel like I'm aiming so far right that it's like, huh? That can't be. And then you get back at the ball and you go, no, that's it. That's it. That's where I'm aiming. So use your club to convince you you're on the right line, and then you have your target line. You're parallel. It's like a railroad track. I think Butch Harmon used that term, a railroad track, right? So here we are, and now I feel like I'm going to hit it dead right somewhere, but no, I'm right on target, because the club comes through down the line and you hit it right at the target. So chances are you've lost that during the off season. You just got to get it right back, which shouldn't take you much time at all. And if you're worried about it, just align yourself properly, put your club there, and hit a shot. And when it goes right at the target, you'll say, yeah, it seems funny, but that's where my target line actually is. Okay, now that you have yourself aligned properly, let's start hitting shots. Now, the worst thing you could do is to take a long iron or the driver out and see if you can hit that. No, we got to start simple. Grab your wedge, 9-iron, something that you can hit nice and easy. You want to gain confidence, right? So you got your alignment, take out your wedge. Now we're working on your grip. Hopefully is the same, should be. If you play have played any length of time. But now we just start with easy shots. Now, when we get up to the ball, address position is probably the most important thing. What I do is I get comfortable, play the ball just a little back of my left instep with this wedge. But this year, what I found to be most helpful with my pivot is I'm sitting a little bit. Now, you don't have to actually sit. You can actually have your legs straight with your back straight like this with a little tension on your back, not much, so you get you're straightening the spine. So when you start to swing, it automatically puts you in your pivot. Okay, I think you know what I'm talking about. In past years, what I would do is not worry about that because I was worried about the tension it would create. So I'd just do this, and then I'd sit over here, and the back leg would go cuckoo. So a little inside the left instep and sit right down. That gets the legs back into moving through the shot. All right, and try different things. Everyone is different, but try things that sit down just a little bit, not a lot. See what that does for you. Okay. Now that's two. So we got alignment and we got address position. Now, how do we take the club back? Now, I don't know if you broke your wrist early or kept your wrist straight, but the thing that gets me right on plane in 1 second is when I start to swing, I start this arm going against my chest. Now I don't force it. You could have a soft arm as long as you get it just going against your chest. That gives you instant plane. And that's what you're trying to get. Now don't try to hit a hard shot. Just hit a half wedge. Sit down, put your arm sliding against your body, and just hit it. Perfect shot. Hit it right in the middle of the club. So that should get you started right away with the new season. Address position, alignment, and I mean, you're going to feel, if you're aligned correctly, like I said, you're going to feel like you're 20 yards right of the target, but that's because you're parallel to the line of flight. You're not actually on the line of flight. So get your head wrapped around what exactly is the correct alignment position. And remember, we aim with our shoulders. So if you need to get more turn, you could close your stance. As long as your shoulders are aligned to the target, it's not going to matter. You're not going to like hook it or something, hit a crazy shot. Like, look, my stance is a little closed, but my shoulders are right at the target. And the ball goes right at the target. Remember that. You aim with your shoulders. Aim with your shoulders. So, the most important thing, I think, to the golf swing, because I preach it all the time, is swing plane. And once I learned, Gary Player helped me out with this one, to get that arm in here. And of course, Hogan taught it to him. It made all the difference in the world. Now, what do you do with your hands on the tag? You don't do anything. Let them be passive, unless you really are in love with a quick break. I mean, you could actually get your arm going across your chest, even if you're the type of player that needs to break his wrists early, like Tony Finau. I mean, it's the same thing. You're still going to be on plane. That's not going to pull you off plane if you have the arm going across your chest. right? So don't worry about that. If you have to break your wrists early, break them early. And then, like that other video I did, if you really love not using the wrists at all in the swing, try not to break them like a Steve Stricker. You can do that too. That'll get you back to swinging sweet too, just like this. Hey, that gets you swinging really sweet too. But once you get your wedge, just hitting the ball effortlessly, now you can move to your other clubs and you're on your way to getting your swing back from last year.